Detroit makes that run at the end there, but what stands out to you most in the performance tonight and how you guys were able to win this one?
Well, 29 assists jump out at me first. That's the first thing that jumped out at me when I looked at the score sheet. And just, you know, we did a lot of good things. We shared the ball, we played decent defense. Every time we get a lead, though, we made some mistakes, both offensively and defensively. And then down the stretch, I mean, they made a bunch of shots. And you know, we turned the ball over and didn't get shots, and they just ran out and got to the basket or made threes. And then in the end, you know, we did switch a few times. And at those last free throws, I told them, I said, if they get a rebound, we miss a free throw, and they get a rebound, we'll foul them. Because I wasn't going to sit there and watch them make another three and send us in overtime. I take all the criticism you want to give me. If we had fouled and he missed one, and got the rebound, and they scored, and I wasn't giving up a three. Simple as that.
You mentioned the 29 assists. You guys also put up 110.6 guys in double figures.
We had 110?
110.
I thought it was overtime.
I know, I haven't scored.
Well, we shot the ball well. We shot 53%, and we came back up and had 40% on our threes. We just, you know, it helps to shoot up. It helps your execution on offense. And, you know, we didn't have a lot of turnovers early, but then we started making them as we had the big lead. We had a 15-point lead, and it seemed like, you know, we got conservative and we quit attacking and we started turning the ball over.
I know you missed a couple of guys tonight, Coach, and you know, win's a win, but is there a part of you that wish these games would be at least a little bit easier at the end and want to pull out the way you guys do?
That's what it is, man. That's what, you know, competition is all about. I think, you know, if they're blowouts, they're blowouts, and if they're tough, they're tough. But all you want to do is come away with a win, and it doesn't matter. And I think if I were playing, I would prefer to be in a close game than a blowout. Because when it's a blowout, you know, you're going to go sit down and you're going to be bored. But in a close game, that's what competition is. As a coach, I just want us to play well and do what we're supposed to do. And however it turns out score-wise, it does.
What do you think helped make Jarrett Jack, you know, first double-double of the year? What do you think helped make him successful tonight?
Well, first off, he played 37 minutes. The guys made shots. We shot the ball up. When you get a chance to play like he played, you know, numbers add up, especially when you're making shots. I thought he did a great job of you know, being poised and getting us in stuff. In my mind, maybe even better than when he comes off the bench. But you know, when he comes off the bench, he knows he's only going to play so many minutes. And tonight he knew he was going to play a lot, and so he was really good.
Do you think that can be a big confidence boost for Payson to hit those two free throws when they fouled him there, intentionally?
Of course. But then you have to turn around and say maybe it's not a confidence boost for KG when he missed two. Anything is possible, but I thought Mace showed a lot of poise to step up and make those shots.
I know you didn't want to talk about it yesterday at practice, but is Mason's play right now making that decision harder for you when you have to figure out?
I don't have any decisions made.
Well, when Brooke comes back.
When Brooke comes back, I told you I'll deal with it. I'm not dealing with it right now. I'm just coaching the guys that are out there playing, and that's all I do.
Coach, there was a DNP next to Bogdanovich's name at the beginning of the game. Is there a particular reason for that?
Yeah, because he's not a starter anymore. He came off the bench. That's what, you know, the first quarter until I put him in as a DNP by his name. That's the case with all those guys that didn't play. DNP, coach's decision.
Okay, thank you.
How big was it to make those two free throws when you fouled there?
Yeah, it felt great, and you know, Coach probably didn't like me holding the ball, but I wanted it, so there's no better way to get confidence than to hit some down the stretch, and those are big.
Is that something you've been working on your form? I think you take your God hand off now.
Yeah.
What has that done for you?
I'm just giving more direction, better feel, try to keep it up on my fingertips, and just finish high.
Mace, can you put in the field what this win is like? I mean, you guys are missing a couple of key players.
It's big, man. Missing guys. I mean, you got two stars down, and we've been in the last 3 games. We've been in until the 4th, and we've let them get away from us. Even Miami, we came back, but you know, for the most part, they've gotten away from us. So it was a big win for us. We made plays down the stretch, and to come out on the other side, it feels really good.
How tough a load is Drummond inside?
Oh, he's big and he's strong, and I knew that from the summer. He's you know, he's a big boy. So, you know, a couple of those times I get caught going to help and then I'm out of position on the rebound, but you either have to go to help all the way or stay on your man because it's just, then they get 2 free shots at the rim.
You've been getting a lot of your points, you know, just running the floor, offensive rebounds, cuts, that kind of stuff. Is there something that's been especially true recently as opposed to the start of the year, posting up a little more? Did something happen? Did something click?
I think just getting a better understanding for coach's system. There are still some post-up opportunities, but you know, our guards are playing really well. They're finding me and finding Rome. So anytime you can get an easy one, you're taking it. And you know, that's really what I did last year. Now we're just adding to it with the post game.
You got a couple of big assists out of post moves too today. Is that something you specifically tried to do?
Definitely. I think some of the highest percentage shots are when the ball is inside and then you kick it out. I'm not an analytics guy, but if I had to guess, having the ball come inside out, guys have their feet set. Like Joe hit a 3, I know KG hit one coming out. Those are great shots, man. So, you know, the post up isn't always just to take a shot; it's to get other people open too.
What's been the key to the consistency for you? It seems like every night, double-double, you know?
Yeah, well, it's just every night's a new challenge, new personnel, and I get excited about each matchup. So, you know, you prepare for it and you get excited about it, and to me, that's where the consistency is, just being excited to go out there and play.
Is it as simple as just getting more minutes? Also?
You know, that's a big part of it. You know, that lends itself to playing through mistakes and being able to get a rhythm and a groove. So that was a big help to me for sure.
How happy was KG to get 2 more free throws after 2 that he missed?
Oh, he was happy. Yeah, he's still gonna be mad about those 2 free throws but better in a win than a loss, right?
Thanks, man.
Thanks, guys. Thanks.
One after the team had kind of lost that big lead, and then you were on the foul line with the game on the line.
None other than I needed to make those free throws. That was it. That was the only thing that was going through my mind. You know, just take my time and not make a free throw.
What seems to happen sometimes when the team has a big lead and it seems like the game is away, and then you got to do something like you just did?
I think we get to a point where we try and protect the lead instead of just keep playing basketball, and we kind of shot ourselves in the foot a little bit, and let them right back in the game. Well, at the end of the game, we're supposed to be switching, we're giving guys wide open 3-pointers, and that hurts us.
Joe, would you imagine you guys would prefer to be able to put one of these away a little easier? It seems like every time you get one of these wins, it comes down to kind of a nail biter at the end.
Yeah, and it hasn't been that great here at home, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
We haven't been playing up to our capabilities or, putting teams away like we should. I think on the road home, we start off pretty good, but, at some point we let them back in. It's kind of like it's a neck and neck, throughout the rest of the game.
How big was the contributions that Jarrett had tonight in place of Darren?
Jarrett was great. He was great. Replacing Darren. I thought he done a great job in getting guys in the right spots, offensively and keeping the flow going. And I thought Darius came in and gave us a great lift too at the point guard.
How is your eye feeling, Joe?
It's good. It's a little slow, but I'm all right.
Thank you.
From a win like tonight?
A lot. I thought we did a tremendous job sharing the ball. Can't remember the last time we scored over 100 points, but I thought the brand of basketball we put out there tonight was very, very contagious. 29 assists. That has to be a season high for us. And I just thought it was an enjoyable brand of basketball. Obviously, we would like to clean up some things toward the end to be able to close it out in a better fashion. But I thought we put together a pretty good 48-minute performance.
Season high.
What led that kind of ball in Jarrett from yesterday?
Man, I just thought we got in the rhythm early. Like I said once, it just seems to be contagious. And, some people point to me because I'm the point guard, but I just think everybody did a tremendous job of finding people, finishing plays, and we just seemed like in tune and on the string tonight.
Lionel had said he really liked you starting, and he said maybe it allowed you a little more comfort out there. What was the mindset for you and just the mentality that allowed you to have a game like tonight?
For me, just set the tempo. That's my job as the floor general, the point guard, to come out there and set the tempo, set the tone for how we're going to play. It starts with the head of the snake, and usually that's the point guard. So that was my mindset coming in.
Were you also looking for yourself a bit, from shots? Were you looking more to distribute or just kind of a combination?
Just a little bit of both. Whatever the defense gave me, I just wanted to be aggressive. Regardless if it turned into shots for, me or my teammates. And, just trying to make the best play possible.
And what do you think the issue is with the team when you sometimes have these big leads and somehow let the other teams get back into it?
Everybody would love to just say what the answer is, but realistically, we just got to go out there and just finish plays, with the same mindset, the same focus that we did early on, and, be able to put these teams away when we have the latter stages of the ballgame.
You guys have talked a lot lately about how you feel you're making progress as a team. How important is it to actually get, win and see that as a result?
Exactly. I think, you make the progress, but it kind of stunts it a bit when, you do so much when you come up short in some particular ball games. I think for the performance we put out tonight, particularly at home, and then to come out with a W, I just think it speaks volumes. And we definitely want to, put on another good performance before the break happens. With Christmas and, some guys going their separate ways to go see their family. So anytime there's a stoppage in play, you always want to end it off on a, successful note.
You guys have got a little stretch here, too, against some under 500 teams. Do you feel like this is an opportunity to kind of get things back on track?
And to be honest, we just take it one game at a time. I just walked in the shower and just had to ask somebody who we're playing. I was just so focused on this game coming in after, we had a tough time on the road and at home, for that matter. We just focus on the task at hand. I know it sounds cliche, but to be successful, that's what you have to do.
What made you guys successful in the pick and roll tonight?
I just thought we were aggressive. Coach and his staff put together a good edit of, how they defended and allowing us to go out here and see our reads. But I thought the guys that were involved in it did a good job of executing, attacking the basket whenever they saw it was necessary, or finding guys when they, overhelped. And our guys knocked down a tremendous amount of shots. I thought Bogey played well off the bench. Allen Anderson, Sergey was tremendous. Joe was, usual Joe. Mace being that formidable, present for us in the middle. I thought everybody just came out and it was a total team effort and laid it all on the line tonight.
What's been different with Mace starting lately, just in terms of how you guys are kind of getting up the tempo a little bit more?
Man, to be honest, man, Mace has a factor that always keeps his ears perked up and makes sure that he's involved in the game. It's called Kevin Garnett. And so, I think with Ticket always being on him and constantly in his ear, wanting him to be better, coaching him at all times. And then Mace going out and doing the tough part, which is actually executing it. It's a weird tandem, but they've been seeming to definitely work, man. And, can't say enough about KG and the presence that he brings, not just to Mace, but to all of us. But, Mace especially, I think, is just taking his tutelage and, went out there and executed and, shown some promise for us.